Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about new releases for the second half of the year. Honestly, I put together a list of all my pre-orders, everything that's on my calendar, and the sheer amount of books in the next 5 months that we have left of the year is insane. Quite honestly, I actually just have no idea how these are supposed to fit on my shelves because I'm at capacity and there are so many books that I've pre-ordered or that are new releases that I'm looking forward to that I know are a guarantee that I'm gonna buy. So I don't know how we're gonna manage this one, but come up with a plan somehow. So I am only going to be talking about new releases that I've pre-ordered, that I am looking to purchase, and stuff like that. So I'm going to start with books that are re-releases because they're books I've already read, but I have pre-ordered like the special editions of it, and I'm still really excited about it, even though I've already read it. So the first one is Diabound, which is set to be released on the 26th of August. This comes in hardcover now. I have it in paperback. I'm so excited to have it in hardcover. I am a hardcover girly. I love hardcovers, as you can probably tell. So I'm really excited about it. And the sprayed edges from Waterstones are absolutely insane. I don't know if they have stock left, but if they do, you need to grab it up because the sprayed edges are stunning. The next book is Metal Slinger, which comes out on the 4th of September. I'm also aware that I may be getting another edition of this book, but I'm not going to say anything else because I don't want to ruin it. But I am looking forward to this release because I'm pretty sure that is also a beautiful sprayed edge. Actually, I know it's a beautiful sprayed edge because I ordered the standard edition and then a couple weeks later they came out with the special edition, so I ordered both. Am I going to keep both? No, I think I'm only going to keep the sprayed edges version because, like I said, my shelves are at capacity. I can't hold more books. To be honest, I have to make hard choices, so I'm only going to keep sprayed edges. I do have the paperback from the indie release, so that's fine, and then I'm going to potentially have another edition of this book, so we're going to keep it at 3. I think that's good. And then last but not least is Fallen Stars, and that book is actually, as I try and grab it, by Imani Eru. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, I'm sorry. This is the second book following Heavenly Bodies. I have the original indie edition of this book and I'm really excited to have it in hardcover and to see the revisions made. I have not yet read Heavenly Bodies since it's been re-released. I've been waiting for Fallen Stars to be released so that I can read both at the same time. I have the Fairy Loot edition above my head and then I have the Waterstones edition as well as the indie paperback. Did I need both? No, but I really wanted it. I really love this series, although yeah, I read both books. I absolutely flew through them. I loved them so much, and I'm really excited to see what revisions were made on both books. So yeah, that is the next book that is set to be re-released, and that's pretty much it for indie books being re-released traditionally. So we're going to dive into books that are being released for the second half of the year that I have not yet read. First is The Wrath of Dragons. This is Fear the Flames sequel. It comes out on the 29th of July, which is literally in like 7 days, but I did receive an email from Waterstones, so I think I'm actually going to get that book a little bit earlier than planned, than what the release date is, but I'm really looking forward to it. I love Fear the Flames. I did have one tiny issue with it, which I'm really hoping that we get to see in Wrath of Dragons, so I have so much hope and I'm really looking forward to it, to see if we get that in the second book. Next is Thorns and Fire. This is the sequel to Iron and Embers by Helen Shearer, the Ashes of Thesma series. This book absolutely shocked me with how much I adored it. Like, I love Helen Shearer's writing. I've read not all her books, but all the books in the Thesma universe, and I love it so much, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but it was. This spin-off series is so good and I absolutely love the insight into the sister, so I'm really looking forward to this release. And it's actually one that I thought I'd pre-ordered but I didn't because I was hoping they were going to do a sprayed edge version So I actually need to go to Waterstones to pick my copy up next week. Next is The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk, which is on the 5th of August. I can't believe this has come so fast, but this is actually the sequel. Am I going to keep pulling these books off the shelves? Yeah. This is the sequel to The Songbird and the Heart of Stone. Have I read this book yet? No, but I wanted to do a whole reread in the Nyaxia universe. So because I have not yet done that, I have not picked this up. But now that I will have the second book in this duology, I can consume them at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll finally have this read and see. I've heard some things about this that it wasn't everyone's taste, so I'm a little bit worried, which is probably why I've put it off. But I do think I'm gonna love this. I mean, I love all of Carissa Broadbent's writing, so I should stop putting it off and just read it. The next book, which I'm really excited about, is the Ever King series is being re-released, but because it's in this section, because I've never read this series, so I did pre-order it. It's going to be in hardcover, which I'm really excited about, but it gets released on the 5th of August as well. I recently read Broken Souls and... oh, what's the book called? Don't fall. Broken Souls and Bones by LJ Andrews, and I really loved this book, and upon that instant I knew I found a new author by author, so I immediately ordered or pre-ordered the entire series because it's being released like every following month. So I'm really excited for the Ever King, and I'm hoping to pick it up pretty quickly so that I can know definitively if I want to read the next book in the series. The next book is Catabasis, which is set to be released on the 28th of August. I can't believe how quick that release date has come. I feel like I pre-ordered it like a year ago. It feels like so long ago, and the release date is coming up so fast. I'm really looking forward to this. I adored Babel. I read that. If you could see the sheer amount of tabs and annotations that's in that book, it will blow your mind. But I'm really looking forward to picking up another book by this author after reading Babel. I should have really picked up her other series, the trilogy, but I don't know why I haven't picked that up yet, to be honest. But I will at some point. I will pick up that series at some point. Next is Evermore, which is coming out on the 29th of August. I cannot tell you how freaking excited I am for this book. This is the sequel after Nevermore. Miranda is killing me with these snippets into the book, because the way I need his POV is like the way I need my next breath. It's... you cannot understand the twist at the end, but nothing has shocked me more. I think the only one that was as shocking is Metal Slinger. It completely blew me away. I did not see it coming at all. So I'm so excited, and I'm actually going to be in Paris that week, and I should be back by then, to be honest. I should be back by the time it released, but I am planning on bringing this I am planning on bringing this with me to Paris to reread and annotate some more and relive this again. I don't think I'm ready to relive this, because I genuinely was on the brink of tears after finishing it, but it's fine. I'm gonna be fine. The next book is Claimed by Fang and Darkness, and that comes out on the 30th of August. And I actually have this book right here. This is the sequel to the duology Everlasting Possession. It's like a obsession vampire read, and I absolutely love these duologies. The first duology is Stalked by Seduction and Shadows. They're both set in the same world, but they follow different characters. You kind of get an introduction. No, you don't get an introduction, but the original characters are in this. Yeah, or they're mentioned, if I can remember. But yeah, I love this duology. It's such a good dark romantasy. Yeah, I really love it, and I love the take on vampires in this series. Next, which is what I'm so really excited about, is The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. I know this is a complete twist to the sheer amount of fantasy and romantasy that I've been talking about since I started this channel. But on the 9th of September, The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown is being released. This is his first release in years. I love Dan Brown's writing. I've read every book he's ever written. I have collector's editions, I have paperbacks, I have hardcovers. I just love his books. I'm praying, please, 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 for Dan Brown to do a tour in the UK, because I need my books signed. I don't know how I'm going to lug them, but I will lug them to get them all signed, because I just adore his writing. It's just so... It's such a good thriller, mystery, and there's just so much, like, it's packed with so much information, and his brain blows me away. Like, I love his writing. You can see the dedication he puts into his books, and it's like nothing else I've ever read in terms of thriller. So I'm really, 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 really excited for this book. I actually think that pre-order is going to be the first book that I have that will be signed by him, and I'm not okay. When I get that in my hands, I will not be okay. The next book on the 30th of September is Alchemized. I just saw the hype around this book, which is why I pre-ordered it. I think it was a Hermione fanfic. I read Rose in Chains, which was a Hermione fanfic. I didn't love it. I did enjoy it though. So I do have high hopes for Alchemized, because I have heard more things about Alchemized than I have what Rose in Chains was originally, and Rose in Chains itself, to be quite honest. So I'm really looking forward to that release, and I'm hoping that it's going to be the 5-star read I'm looking for. Next, on the 7th of October, is The Ballad of Falling Dragons. This is the sequel to When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. Listen, When the Moon Hatched was a book that I'm pretty sure I stared sightlessly at the wall for like an hour after finishing that book. I just couldn't believe that I had read one of the best books of the year last year. It just completely blew me away, and even though it's like 700 or 800 pages, something mad, I finished that book in one sitting. 700 pages, I finished in one. That was the biggest book I've ever read in one sitting at the time. I don't know if that's changed. I don't think that has changed, but I can't remember. But I couldn't believe that when I finished the book, I started reading it was light outside. I stopped reading it was dark outside, and I just couldn't comprehend how much time had gone past, because for me, no time had passed. I was completely stuck in that book. Like, my head was in the book. It was phenomenal. It was amazing. So I'm really, really, really excited for this sequel, and I can't wait to do a reread in preparation for it. It's gonna be amazing. The next release is on the 9th of October. This is Veslis. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is the cover. I don't know anything about it. This was an impulsive pre-order. It sounds like something I like. I saw the tropes for it. It sounds like something I would like. I've heard people talking about it when it was indie published, and when I went to go order it, I'd seen that she was traditionally published, so I just pre-ordered it. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't really know what I'm getting in for, but I've heard good things. Like, people do like this book, so we'll see what happens. Next is Bonds of Hercules on the 23rd of October. This is the sequel to The Blood of Hercules. I think it's just called Blood of Hercules. I read this when she was indie published, devoured it in one sitting. Absolutely phenomenal. There were gaps. I don't know if those had changed when it got published, but I haven't read the published version yet, to be quite honest. So yeah, I really loved it. It's a really great wide shoes. It's full of adventure. You know, the FMC is not your normal FMC. I think she's blind in one eye and she can see a snake that no one else can see, and no one can know that she can see and talk to. So it's really intriguing, and I really want to see what that dynamic is like and why that is. But yeah, really looking forward to see where this series goes. It's just a really fun, good time. It's not like the best romantasy ever written, but it's just really fun to read, and I had a lot of fun reading it. Next is The Wrath of the Fallen on the 28th of October. This is the 4th book in the Book of Azrael series. The Book of Azrael series, there is just... I don't need to say how good the Book of Azrael, because I'm pretty sure everyone has read this series. Morally Grey FMC, let's leave it at that. I don't think I have other books in my shelves that have a morally grey FMC. That's probably a lie. But she is like the number one morally grey FMC, and I love reading them together. I love reading her POV. I love her sassiness. I love her determination. I love her independence. I just love her. So that's coming out on the 20th of October. Just 2 more months. Wait, actually no, 3 more months. Damn it. Just 3 more months until that book is released. I'm doing reading a book every month. I haven't started yet. I'm supposed to read Book of Ezreal in July. Kind of running low on time. Although I don't really have to read it in July. I could read both of books the next month. But I'm just stuck on how to annotate, because I have the Fairy Loot editions of the Book of Ezreal. I have her indie edition of the Book of Ezreal when she first published herself, which is hardcover. But then I have books 2 and 3 traditionally published in paperback, and I'm like, how am I supposed to annotate? Do I just annotate the Fairy Loot editions? Do I annotate the hardcover of the first book and then the paperbacks? I don't like, actually, do you know what? No, I don't like annotating paperbacks at all. So I don't know what to do, or I just wait to annotate for when the hardcovers get released, standard editions, because I know they're coming soon. But that just means I just read it normal. It's a dilemma, you don't want to hear about it. Okay, moving on from the absolute word vomit that I just did, is Empire of the Dawn on the 6th of November. This is the 3rd and final book in the Empire of the Vampire trilogy. I read Empire of the Vampire, I absolutely loved it. I haven't read books 2 yet. I was kind of planning on waiting until book 3 comes out and then reading the whole series again, which I'm really looking forward to. I love books with vampires, and this is a really good book with vampires. It's a fantasy, it's not a romantasy, and I really enjoyed myself, and I ended up loving the take on vampires. Like, it's very much a traditional take on vampires, which I kind of liked. So yeah, excited to have the series finished and excited to pick up the series again, because I've been waiting for so long to read this series. Anyway, the most exciting anticipated release of this year is A Dawn of Chaos and Fury by Melissa K. Roach on the 25th of November, which is 3 days after my birthday. It's like the best birthday present. I am so excited. I'm dreading that the series is over, but I'm so excited for this series to be over, to like read it and like just know that it's all wrapped up. And I'm scared what the ending is going to be, because I don't want to say it's going to be a happy ever after, because Melissa K. Roach rips out my heart every time and just stamps on it repeatedly. But I've read books 1 and 2, have not picked up book 3 because I'm scared, to be honest. No, scared as it doesn't actually match up the feelings. I am terrified of what I'm in for when I pick up book 3, because the way book 2 ended, I was not okay. I was like in the biggest book slump of my life, and I'm not ready for that book slump just yet. So I've put it off for the release of book 4, and I'm just going to read the whole, like literally the whole universe in one go, because I've been dying for a reread of the Lady of Darkness series. So in November, that's what I'm planning to do. Those are my plans. I'm going to reread the Lady of Darkness series and then reread the darker romantasy, A Reign of Shadow and Endings, because I'm actually genuinely terrified to pick up that series, and the longer I can put it off, the better. Next is Tailored Realities on the 9th of December. I'm looking forward to this. This is Brandon Sanderson's next release. How he puts up so many releases so quickly, I don't know. The man is magic. He has a way of words. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. I love Brandon Sanderson's books. I've only had an issue with one that I ended up DNFing, but all his other books I've absolutely loved. So excited for this newest release. I don't think it's a big book. Actually, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not a big book. I can't handle another Brandon Sanderson thick 1,000-page long book, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Next is We Who Will Die on the 18th of December. This is by Stasia Stark. I have read all of Stasia Stark's books, I think. I mean, I've read A Court of This Cruel and Lovely, and I've read This Fisher's Dream. I love both of those. They were so good. They were so good. I just love the world that she built up, and the magic system and the characters. It was so good. So I'm really looking forward to her newest release outside of that universe. and see what it's about. Oh shoot, Brimstone. How did I forget Brimstone? Brimstone is being released on the 18th of November, which is 3 days before my birthday. 3 days? 4 days? 4 days before my birthday. I'm really looking forward to the sequel to Quicksilver. Listen, not a biggest fan of the cover change. That's just my opinion. But I'm really looking forward to its contents, so I can't wait for that to come out and see what happened after the ending of Quicksilver. And I can't wait to do a reread of Quicksilver, to be quite honest, because that book was insane. And do you know what I can't believe? It's been a year since Quicksilver was released. Indie released. A year. I can't believe that much time had passed. It felt like a few months ago Quicksilver came out. I just, when I saw it'd been a year, I was like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way that a year ago I read this book. But apparently a year has gone by, and yeah, I think that will never stop shocking me. But I'm really excited for Brimstone to be released, and I can't wait to see what happens with these characters, because I just love them so much. I'm also kind of scared what they're in for, but I'm really looking forward to being back in this world and being back with these characters. But yeah, those are all the new releases that I'm really, really excited for. There's so many. I can't believe there are so many. Actually, let me count. 21 new releases in 5 months. That is nuts. 5 months, 21 releases. 5 months. Oh my god. Okay, well, do you know what? That's a problem for future Laurie. She will figure it out, I'm sure. But yes, those are the books I'm most excited for. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.